This is a Vevor 8-watt diesel heater. And this is the Anker Solix 300-watt, 288-watt-hour battery bank. And we're going to see if it can power this diesel heater. Look how tiny it is. It's like a little baby. So, let's go try and test it out. But first, we got to put this one together. I think that's all of it. Okay, so if you don't know what a diesel heater is or what it's used for, it's a small little diesel engine that heats up, burns gas, and then the heat from the engine gets pumped out by a fan, and then it's able to heat up your workshop, your garage, or in my case, a rooftop tent. There's one thing I've learned through camping. The one thing I hate the most is being cold. I can stomach a lot of other things, but being cold while sleeping, not my favorite thing. So, I want to do a little more camping this year, especially in inclement weather. So I bought myself a little diesel heater. All right, here are a few extra little things that I got to make this work. You're gonna need a little adapter for the car socket plug-in. You can get this on Amazon. I'll put a link on there. I also bought an extra long duct tube because it's gonna reach to the top of my rooftop tent, so I'll put a link to that as well. You are also going to need some tools, obviously, some wire cutters and snippers, and a screwdriver, and that's about it. And let's put this thing together. So it does come with an exhaust pipe, and it does come with the cloth, I forget what these things are called, fire rated proof cloth things that will make it not as hot to touch, which is great. So it's a nice little add-on. They didn't have these on the older versions of this diesel heater. If you're looking at the front of it, where it says Vevor and the front and the exhaust is here, the exhaust is going to be, there's two things on the bottom here. So the exhaust is going to be this one towards the front, where the exhaust is. Now, before we do anything, do not put the diesel in first. Do this all while the tank is empty, and then put the diesel in afterwards. It's going to save you a lot of mess. We're going to put this ring on here, and I've also put another one on here to secure the cloth. So we're just going to stick that on there. And there's a little hole right here you can put your screwdriver through, so you can secure that down. Alright, this will be the air intake, so you have a filter here, which screws on. I'm going to put it through this back hole here like this. Same thing, grabbing the clamp, and put it on here. And now we're going to tighten her down. Tighten down this around here. Same thing, we're going to install it on this side here. It does come with this little muffler here. Some people say they don't like it, some people say they do like it. I'm going to put it on. If I don't like it, I can always take it off later. So same thing, got our little clamps. We're going to stick it on here, clamp it on there. There we go. Okay, we've got our exhaust attached. We got our air intake attached. The next thing we're going to do is I have this plug-in that's going to go into the battery. I want to attach it to here so it's just attached all the time. So it comes with these, the ground and the power here. These cables are already undone. I'm going to add some clips on here. I'm going to get rid of these here and put some quick connects on there. So let's do that. Grab the wrong pliers. These ones suck. Ones that are no good. Oh, they worked already there. I'm going to strip them. Little quick connects here so I can take them apart if I want to. Obviously, red to red, black to black. There we go, red to red, black to black. Oh yeah, just put it on the ground to fill it up because I don't want to get diesel all in my truck. So let's put it maybe halfway full. Do you remember that episode of Seinfeld where they're like the ocean, where Kramer's like, I wish there was a smell like the ocean? Same thing with diesel. If they could make diesel like a perfume that didn't kill you, I think people would wear it. Same with gasoline. Okay, I'm just going to take the case off just so you can see what's going to happen. What we're going to do now is prime the pump and the fuel line. That's our next step. Alright, so we're going to plug this in here. I'm going to turn on the Anker. It's on. Then we're going to turn on this switch here. There we go. A little red light comes on here. Now if we look on here, this display has lit up. So to prime the pump, this is what we got to do. So the instruction manual says we got to hold this down button right here for 7 seconds, and that will start to prime the pump. There we go. So if we look here, you see fuel being put into the line. So it's doing a little countdown here, priming the line. Okay, the primer just stopped. Got 10 seconds left. So far the Anker is doing okay, but this will be the real test here. We're going to turn it on here.
Thanks for using. I wish you a safe journey.
Thank you. That was very nice. So it says to power on, just give a quick press of the power.
Start heating.
The other cool thing about the Solix C300 is it comes with an app, and you can control the whole battery bank with this bank. So it tells you everything you need to know just on the app. Let's see how this baby runs, the diesel heater. The fan here is now blowing. The screen here is showing, oh, we've got some smoke coming out now. So firing up for the first time. The Anker seems to be doing okay. So far, so good. It's starting to get warm out of here now. Some more diesel coming out there. I think that was the peak of it. You can see the diesel heater going here. There's hot air coming out of here for sure. The Anker jumped to 150 plus watts, and it seems to be still running. It's dropped back down now again. So my version of this diesel heater did come with a remote. Let's see if this works. So let's have a look here. I'm gonna turn the heat up. You can hear the pump moving faster. Turning all the way back down. Pretty good. So now on its lowest heat setting, it's averaging 9 to 10 watts. Saying it's going to run for 15 hours, give or take. So the ambient temperature outside is 6 degrees, 7 degrees. If I point it at the heater at lowest temperature, we're getting 67 degrees. That's nice and toasty. So even on the lowest setting, you're getting 60 degrees Celsius inside of your tent. You only have to run that for a little bit because you'll be sweating. It's going to be pretty nice. So the Anker right now is drawing 7 watts of power. At 80% on the battery, it says it's going to be 17 hours. At full charge, you're looking at 21 hours, which is pretty incredible for a small little battery to run this small diesel heater. You could probably get 2 nights of use out of this easy if you're camping. And then I'm going to be running some small LED lights as well that are running around. Alright, we're back in the garage. Just a couple more things I want to do to get this ready. I've attached the hose. This is the aftermarket one I got. I think it's 16 feet. this thing on? Is this thing on? Anyway, so this should reach up to my tent, no problem. So once again, just comes with these little clamps right here. So just slip that on there. This is the vent. You can see there. This will go into the tent side. The other side is plugged into the air vent here where the fan blows out. So this is working great. We got to figure out how to control this hose. This was the hose that came with it. As you can see, not very long, where this one, very long. So this will fit nicely right up into my tent. Full disclosure, when I put this thing together, when I primed the pump, which you're supposed to do, I ended up running the motor, and then when I was putting it away, after I was done filming, I noticed that there was a little pile of diesel, a little puddle of diesel inside of my truck, and there was actually diesel inside of the air intake. So obviously diesel not supposed to be there. So I asked on a Reddit thread, hey, I primed the pump, somehow diesel got into the air intake. The feedback seemed to be that it over-primed the motor. So essentially you're just not wanting all the diesel to get all the way through, just fill up the fuel line. So that excess diesel got into the air intake as it dripped through. So when you are priming the pump, just watch it going through the hose like we did, and stop it once it kind of goes all the way in, and then you can stop it. That's the advice that I got. So if you have that problem, that's what it is. It was just a mistake on my part. The final accessory I got was this. What is this, you may ask? This is a step that goes on a tire on your truck. Now, why do I want a step for a diesel heater? Let me tell you. That's what the step is for. So when I'm camping, what I'm going to do is just take a bungee cord and bungee that onto the step to make sure it doesn't get bumped off. So I think that'll work pretty darn good. And so just to recap, three accessories that I added on with this Vevor. The first one being this cable right here. This will plug into the battery bank. Obviously, the extra long hose. And finally, the tire step. If you want to get a few more ideas for this diesel heater on this tire mount, I actually got this idea from a YouTube channel called Johnny Taco Outdoors, Jonny. So check him out. He's got a few other mods that he did on his Vevor diesel heater with a tire mount that are pretty neat if you want to take it to the next level, but I'm going to keep mine pretty simple. So full disclosure, I bought all of this stuff with my own money, but there is a discount code down below, and I get a little affiliate marketing stuff on there for sharing what I'm using here as well. So thank you to the two companies, Anker and Vevor, for letting me do that. But I did pay for these things with my own money because I wanted to use them. No one made me do anything. This is all me. Like I said, this is a 300 watt battery bank charger. It has up to 600 watts of surge protection as well, which is awesome. So it has no problem powering that diesel heater. You can use a 100 watt solar charger right here on this little port, which is pretty sweet. Anker says they have a 5-year limited warranty on this as well, so that coverage is also sweet, especially for the way that I use things. And they claim that you can charge it up to 80% in 50 minutes through a wall charger. So that's pretty quick as well to charge this whole unit up. It also comes with 240 watt USB charging right through the USB here. So if you don't have a wall plug-in and you just have USB-C, you can use that as well to charge up this thing. Obviously, it's gonna be a little bit slower. So part of the reason I wanted to do a battery bank instead of like a lithium battery that you can just like plug in for the diesel heater or like a marine battery is because it has all of the USB and also the DC plugins as well here, which is what I wanted for my camera gear. Because when I'm out filming in the middle of nowhere, I want to be able to recharge some stuff sometimes. But also, I wanted to have the smallest compact form factor that could power this diesel heater over here. And did I get that? 100%. This little unit, no problem powering that diesel heater. This battery on full charge will outlast the diesel in there. That will run for about 8 hours on a full tank. This will run 15 to 19 hours continuously powering that diesel heater. So, in conclusion, can this little Anker Solix power that up? 100%. Has no problem even on the surge when the glow plugs are going, the fan starts going, the fuel pump starts going. I've seen lots of other battery banks trip or stop working once that starts happening. This Anker Solix had no problem. So if you're looking for a lighter unit for camping or using on a portable diesel heater, this might be the perfect solution for you. I love the diesel heater so far. I love this right now. I will be giving a long-term review within 6 months, letting you know how this is all going. So if you have any questions or comments, be sure to ask them. I'll be sure to follow up in the next video. Would love if you like and subscribe, and I look forward to making some more videos with you. Once again, my name is Jeff Heath. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.